Okay, so we're coming out and the gate freaks are out, right? So we've already had one moment of bravery and now we're just waiting it out, right? See, look. Now we got a loud ass truck. Good girl, she come to my side. That's a good girl. What's up, man? So we're just gonna wait. So just the gate opening and closing makes her kind of freak out. So all I do when they start getting all, I gotta get the hell out of here, I just stand still. And I try not to talk to them unless they do something like what she did a second ago. I was hoping to catch, but this stupid critical device restart, bunch of bullshit, wasn't letting me get to my camera. So what she did a second ago is we stood here for a second. We just waited. Her tail came out and she started sniffing. And then we moved a little more because we were over there. All right. So we're gonna wait for a little moment of bravery, right? And then we can go get out of this scary place. I guess there's a level of, you would call it flooding to this right here. Good girl, right? So she came over pretty much to my side, tail came out, sniffed the ground, mark and reward with getting the hell out of Dodge, right? Now, if it's a super bad freak out, like if they're really super flipping out, I'll usually give them a little bit because distance is your friend, right? So, all right, she got a little fast with the cruising. I usually let them pull a little bit right here, which I don't like to do. I don't know if she's got a potty. She hasn't been out yet, so she kind of looks like she's got a potty. So anyways, that's my story. If they're super jumping up, freaking out, I usually sit still. It just depends on the situation. I might create a little distance to where it's not as bad of a freak out, but I am in the let them go through it, process and get over it, look to you, and then let's go. I'm not into the making it more stressful, and I'm not into the giving into the retreat, right? Reinforcing the fear. One way, if you go into it, and maybe it's just because that's the way I was taught, and it's not actually true, because I keep finding a lot of stuff that I was taught really isn't true. But going through, I think you run the risk of making it worse, and maybe it depends on the dog. I mean, everything does. So, where am I going? Tangents. See you later. Right? But you have to go through things to get over things, right? If you allow the dog to stay in its fear state by retreating and reinforcing the retreat, then they will never get over it. And I'm big on the energy with which you do things, right? So when she's kind of freaking out, I'm just staying neutral, staying calm, staying cool. I want her to come down from up here to where I am. So if I'm up here, if I'm like, oh yeah, let's go, then we're not doing anything for the situation. It's never gonna get better. Ain't that right, girl? You ready?